Ladies and gentlemen, this is your man DJ Grady, baby, your favorite DJ, favorite DJ. We're in Memphis, Tennessee, the home of the late great Young Dolph. You know what I mean? But we're in the house of Mtenzi. We're in the house of an icon, a legend. We're going to interview him shortly. But I want to thank everybody who supported the movement, the Grady Taylor brand. Shout out to G. Clark, Shamika, Be the Light, LaRonda, Reality LaRonda, Wanda D. Hollis, Tisa Beatty, um, oh my God, Milk and Cookies, Patrina, Southwest Shouty, my goodness, oh my God, she gonna kill me. I'm terrible with names. Tiffany, Chef Tiffany, Harry, Brian, shout out to Brian. Yo, we live here in Memphis, and I'm here with the movie director all the way out of Columbus, Ohio. Ohio, y'all. Matter of fact, Columbus, stand up. My family's from Youngstown, Ohio. So I'm gonna introduce you guys to my man, Dauda.
Correct. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, my name is Dauda. As you mentioned, Dauda from. I live in Columbus, Ohio, but I'm originally from West Africa, Burkina Faso. I'm a filmmaker. Been working on a documentary on Cam, Mtenzi. So this is my fourth trip here, to Memphis, and I'm really excited about that project. Yeah.
Wow. So let me ask you this. So this be your first project, right? Documentary project, right?
Yeah.
With Cam.
Yeah, here.
Wow. I'm excited. We're going to be interviewing tomorrow as well at the inauguration, right? So I want to ask you this: what got you into movie filming?
Movies. I grew up, watching movies. I never really got to even think of how we make movies, until 2009. I came to California, in the San Francisco Bay Area. I got a scholarship to come down there to study English. We speak French in my country.
Yes.
So I was there to study English, and I got a chance to travel to Hollywood and to meet some people. And I felt like I would try to tell stories rather than just watching people telling stories. So that's how I learned since 2010. To film and edit, film and edit, film and edit. So yeah, and I started telling stories. I went back to my country in 2013. I got a chance to travel to different countries, in Africa and beyond Africa. I came back to the US, and I shot some short films, some short documentaries, and I decided to come back to school, and learn more. And a friend of mine who had a chance to visit this place told me that we need this story need to be heard. He's doing great things, and we need to capture that.
Yes.
So that's how since last year we've been, working on that.
So since you've been working with Cam, what as I have to show off my shirt. So this is my selection inductee shirt, more 300, the rise of the 300. I'm 125 out of 300. Your role is. Can you explain to the listeners? I guess a little bit something about your perception of this organization and what this organization is about that you have gathered so far.
Okay. Yeah. So um, Cam, one thing I would say to summarize what he's doing would say, sometimes people would say, give flowers to people when they are still alive.
Yes.
It has simple as this. Cam is giving flowers to people who wouldn't normally get. They don't even want it. They're just doing their thing, helping to change, helping to make better life around them. They're not expecting any award. And Cam is saying, "Hey, listen, we've been watching you doing that, and we are giving you this award." And it's just incredible. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a party going on over there next room. Y'all hear the screams. Y'all hear everything going. Stand up for the Rise to 300. This is the Mix and Mingle with the Rise to 300. Man, it's just a blessing and honor to be here. And I'm looking forward. This is to be my first documentary interview. And I've been blessed. And hopefully I can get my documentary done. I have permission to shoot my documentary in Atlanta at my alma mater, Grady High School. So I just got to get with a director like yourself, and we can make it happen. You know.
I'll be happy to make it happen.
Oh man, that'll be an honor, man. But
tomorrow at the ceremony, we're gonna show 12 minutes, from like clip from the documentary because I've been coming here for like this is my fourth time.
Yes, sir.
I capture a lot, and I put together a 12 minute. It's not the documentary, but people will have a sense of what I'm trying to do, the story we're trying to tell, and it's gonna be great.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
man. Oh man, I want to say thank you for coming on, and
you're welcome.
look forward to the documentary tomorrow. And man, we got man. Look forward to seeing. I'm still in shock. I'm still in shock, but yeah, definitely look forward to interviewing with you, sitting down with you tomorrow,
Yeah,
and now answering whatever question you have.
yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank
Thank
you
you
so
very much.
much. If you can find Cam and send Cam in, we can get this interview rolling. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all stay tuned. Well, we live, so I can't stop the live. I will have to do the whole broadcast over again. So, if you can find Cam for me, yes, sir. Just tell him we ready for him. Memphis, Tennessee. I'm telling you, everybody. Shout out to DJ Flex, DJ, not DJ. Shout out to DJ Effects also. Brother, I appreciate everything you've been doing. You've been linking me up with La La News 3. She's over there doing interviews, I guess on the backside over there. Shout out to DJ Funky, DJ Big X, the Coalition DJ. Shout out to the guys, man. I was up here at Stax Records. Let me take my glasses off. I was here at Stax Records, right? And I heard somebody say, that's DJ Grady Baby right on. And that was DJ Funky. And DJ Funky, man, love you, bro. Love you, Big X. Man, there's the world's largest DJ crew. Oh, my goodness. We don't have Cam here. I have the district attorney. Yes, Miss Harris. I guess she just walked around. So definitely going to have an interview with the district attorney, the future district attorney of Memphis, Tennessee. Yeah, hold on. Is she coming? Hold on. So pause. We're gonna take a pause for a second. Stay right there. Let me acknowledge everybody. I don't took my glass. What's up, EJ? I'm in Memphis, Tennessee, man. I can't even read. Right? How you doing? How you doing? I'm here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm about to get serious. I'm just happy to be one of the inductees of tomorrow. Are you inductees too? Well, this is the. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Pause for the call. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Man, what's up, EJ and Miss Wright? Mr. Wright, I don't know, Mister. I don't have my glasses on. Charge it to my eyeballs and not my heart, okay? Not my mouth, okay? But yeah, we're sitting here with the future district attorney for Memphis, Tennessee. Chef County? Chef County District Attorney. Now, I want to, for all my people that's interested in what a district attorney does, can you give us a brief description of what the district attorney does? Tell them a little bit about yourself and tell them what
So
district
you
attorney
want me to
is.
start with what a district attorney does first, or?
Okay, well, start with who you are, let everybody know who you are.
Okay. Well, my name is Linda Harris. I was born and raised right here in Memphis, Tennessee, and I've been around for a minute. I served as a Memphis police officer for 8 years, went to night law school, clerked for a federal district court judge, worked as a federal prosecutor with the United States Department of Justice for 15 years, a federal civil trial attorney. And in 2011, I left the federal building, determined to do justice outside of the walls of the federal building. And that's what I've been doing. So I've represented people in the criminal justice system. I went on to become a mediator, a Rule 31 in Tennessee mediator in general civil and family law with a domestic violence special. So I've mediated civil rights cases, in a lot of different cases. I also have tried some civil rights cases as a private attorney. And I'm trained by the International Institute for Restorative Practices as a basic restorative practice. Now, what does a district attorney do? So the district attorney is considered the gatekeeper of the criminal justice system. Most people don't understand that when they're arrested by the police, that's not an official or formal charge. It is the district attorney who makes that decision. So you could be arrested for aggravated assault, and the district attorney can say, oh, no, that wasn't aggravated. It was simple assault, for example. They're the ones that make that decision, not the police department. And then they are also the person who tries the cases, and they're supposed to be concerned about public safety and the general welfare of the public, but here in Memphis, we got a lot of issues, and I don't know how concerned that they are about those issues. But that's basically what that job is. They represent the state of Tennessee. And I want to say this because a lot of people in Memphis, I hope they're paying attention. So often you come in and you are down in General Sessions Court, which is the small court, and then they arraign you, and then you have a preliminary hearing, and then they decide whether you're going to be held to the state, right? That's the same. That's the same office. But so often I hear so many people say, "Well, it got picked up by the state." Same office, not a different office. Not a different office. They're the ones that present it to the grand jury. They're the ones that make that decision. And a lot of times here, in the past anyway, when a judge finds that there's no probable cause, means that it's not likely that you committed that crime, and dismisses the case in General Sessions Court, the prosecutor has the discretion to take it to the grand jury anyway. That's been happening sometime here. And then if that happens, the person has to be rearrested. They have to pay another bond. They have to get another attorney, sometimes just to get upstairs in criminal court and get it dismissed. Yeah, that happens.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. And the district attorney is the same job as a prosecuting attorney. So, wow. Now, why is it that they always try to get you to offer a plea? I don't understand why. That, and maybe some of my listeners may want to understand why. Anytime you go to court for some kind of not say civil, any kind of charges brought up on you, why do they try to get you to plea?
Well, so you have an absolute constitutional right to a trial. And I think it's the sheer volume of cases. It's why they try to get you to plead. Okay. But I'm going to take it from a different approach.
Okay.
Because I'm looking for alternatives to sentencing. Okay. I'm about criminal justice reform. I'm about reduction of violent crime. And I'm also about accountability. We have in Memphis, we had the largest number of youth in the whole state that were transferred as adults. And we have a problem with that. In 2012, DOJ said Black kids were being disproportionately transferred. It's racial disparity in that system, and I'm going to end that. Wow, yeah.
And that's great that you're planning to do that. But the reform, because I know there's a lot of people that have served their time. Some have been wrongfully accused. Do you guys have a program? Are there any programs that can go get like felony charges expunged from there? And what's the process of doing it?
So there are two things. One, you have pretrial detainees, right? And so these are people who haven't been convicted of any crimes, and sometimes they just can't afford to get out. If pretrial services has said that they don't pose a danger to the community and they're not a flight risk, they should be able to get out if they can't afford the bond. But I'm going to create now for those who've been convicted. We know in the United States, for example, in New York, there were 20 individuals who in 2015 they found has wrongly spent a total of 435 years in prison. We just recently heard that the two guys who were convicted of assassinating Malcolm X were exonerated. We have people represented by the Innocence Project pretty frequently that are exonerated based on DNA evidence. And so we're going to create a criminal review unit to go back and look at some of those cases. And even since I've announced, I've had some credible information received from a lot of different people that they were wrongly convicted. Now, I'm not saying that I'm going to just go in and, set it free. There are some guidelines. The person has to have always claimed innocence. But the American Bar Association, which is the premier bar association, they are pushing in the creation of these criminal review units because they want people to be treated fairly. People want to be treated fairly. Justice is not about getting a conviction at every cost. But our DA here in Memphis has been cited by the Harvard study as being one of 4 the worst DAs in the United States. She was cited for withholding evidence. There is a whole book. It's called Charged, CHARGED, like you're charged with a crime. Made the New York Times bestseller, written by Emily Bazelon, and it's about our DA compared to the Brooklyn DA, about all the wrongful things that have happened in that office. And I've watched it happen over a number of years. So, I'm determined to make a difference here in Memphis. I know we can change things. I know we can turn things around. We have a lot of mental health issues. We have a lot of drug and alcohol issues, and we don't deal with that. We want to ignore that. But if you're a realist, we have to deal with those issues. So Um, I mean, I don't know how much more time because I got a really good example of something that should have been dealt with very early. We had a man here in Memphis who in 2011 cut a woman with box cutters. Him and a girlfriend. 2013, he shoots at a lady twice with her children in the car. 2013. 2013 again, he shoots the lady 5 times and she loses the baby. 2015, he's allowed to, well, he's not allowed, but he was found to have raped and kidnapped and raped a woman. Last year, he killed his girlfriend, drove her to a police station and say, "I shot my girl." She was left with 7 children. So the question for me is, obviously there's a pattern there, right? Did he have mental health issues? Was there something we could do early on to prevent that death? And if not, he wasn't safe and he shouldn't have been on the street, right? So they don't do that. They don't look at the patterns because it's us. Now, I mean, I'm a realist, and I know that if that had been in a different neighborhood, it wouldn't have been 5 different times.
Oh no, it's been one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so that's been going on for years. We gotta stop. We gotta stop. And I'm serious about, you know, teaching people how to resolve conflict. Um, we can no longer. There's this push for reform all over the United States. I don't see the DA's office as being just an office for prosecution. I see it as a community building office. Janet Reno she was the Attorney General of the United States. She did the Weed and Seed program, and the seeding part, she did the mental health. She did the neighborhood revitalization, got the buy-in from the community, listening to people in your community. And earlier tonight, someone said, listen to the kids.
Yeah.
We need to listen,
Yeah.
and we don't. But I think that's how we're gonna solve this crime. I've been talking to people, and they give me a lot of information on what's happening in their community.
Yes.
But they got to trust you first, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the community have to be able to go to those town hall meetings so they can get their point of view across, because they don't know unless you tell them. They only can go by the reports that they get from the law enforcement, and because the law enforcement make the reports that the DAC. So if you don't go to those meetings, they won't know how to help and how to serve you. But I have one question. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't see the computers on the other side. I can't see the comments, but I'm definitely going to read. We're going to comment on them. I have one question about mental health, crisis prevention training for the officers. Are there going to be any? Are you planning to put something in place for crisis prevention training for the officers, or have something in place where they have a mental health specialist do a ride along with them on certain calls?
So once in office, the first thing you do in this program that I'm talking about is a strategic plan. And we actually have a group here that's called MICA. It's the Memphis Inter Christian something, but it's MICAH. I'm sorry, right now,
Okay.
of Action and Hope. I know that's what it stands for. But when we put the steering committee together, we will identify the experts that need to come to the table. So there will be crisis intervention. Will it be police officers? I don't know. I don't, because I don't know. Micah advocates not using police officers, but that's just them. So to answer that, we're going to have crisis intervention, but it will be after much discussion, after looking at what's being done successfully in other cities. I think you have to do that.
Yeah.
And then making those determinations. It will also be with input from the community, right? And maybe the people who are impacted have to have some voice.
They do.
They do have to have some voice. I believe in that. I believe, depending on what the mental health issue is, if it's not schizophrenia, and if they are being, even if it's schizophrenia, if they are being controlled with medication, they should have some input.
Yeah, they should.
I just believe that that's the way you do it, because that's restorative.
Somebody speak on their behalf as well.
Well, see, restorative is people respond better and do better when you do things with them, not for them,
Yeah.
not to them, not neglectful, but with them.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be working with this community. I've worked on effective crime prevention strategies before, and I think I know. Working
You're
together,
part. You grew up here. You went to
together.
high school here,
Hey,
so
yeah. And I've seen what has happened in this system, and um, it was not good when I was a police officer. And basically, it's been handed down from one DA to the other. The DAs have always resigned early since I was a police officer, and they handpick the next one, and that person gets to run as an incumbent. And that's how we got the present DA we have now. The DA before her left early in his term and picked her,
wow.
and she gets to run as an incumbent. And like I said, she's been cited as withholding evidence and other cited by the Tennessee Board of Professional Responsibility, but they allowed her to enter into a private agreement. She's a public official, but she was allowed to enter into a private agreement.
Right. So, and also too, see, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And you people in the community, I know we always talk about what's going wrong, what could be done right. If you want to change or make change, sometimes you have to get involved to make change. You know, just like what this young lady's doing, she sees something that's wrong, she's taking an initiative. I'm running for office, or I'm running for this, or if you don't want to run, go and support somebody who has the same belief as you have, and support them. Get other people in the community involved to support them, and also you have to donate if you want change. He who funds it runs it. Y'all heard me say it before on the show. He who funds it runs it. So, how can you? What kind of advice can you give them? Because we're ready to get interview with Cam. What kind of advice you can give people to encourage people to get involved, to run for office? Let them know it's nothing wrong with getting involved.
So it's not easy running for an office, but if you have I have a strong faith belief, right?
Yeah.
And so I felt led to do this. And when you look at my name, it's Lynn DA for district attorney. It was there all the time.
All the time.
It was there all the time. So I am doing what I can, and at the end of the day, you sleep well at night when you know that when you know you're doing right, you're doing the right thing for the right reason in the right way. You sleep good at night. And so I encourage you to um, be a part of your community. One of the things I didn't mention was this conflict that we have. I think that violence is learned behavior, and I want to work in our community to teach to unlearn the behavior. If a child sees someone shot or hurt, if you watched any of the George Floyd trial, did you notice how traumatized the people were who were around and saw what happened? That's what happens when our kids see violence in our community. They're traumatized, but they get no treatment. So these are adverse childhood experiences and other things that happen. And if that trauma is not dealt with, they could grow up and learn how to resolve that conflict by just shooting you. So we're going to be dealing with that. We're going to be working on our youth. We're going to treat our youth as children. I think that the criminal justice system views our children as bad versus viewing them as troubled as they do other kids in our community. And that's going to change under Linda Harris administration. We're going to have a team concept. We're going to work with the family. I hear so often it's like, well, it's the parents. Well, you're assuming that the parents know. You're assuming that they were taught right. So I think, sometimes it is generational. For those who want change, those who want to do better, the criminal justice system under Linda Harris will be here for them. But I can't make them. They got to want it. Got to want it. I want it.
I want to thank you. I want to thank you for coming, taking time out your busy schedule to sit with little old country boy from Atlanta, Georgia.
Country girl from Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis, Tennessee.
Hamilton High School, if anybody knows anything about Memphis. I'm from Hamilton.
Yes. This is what it's about. Each one reach one, each one teach one, and I'm just blessed and honored. You motivated me. Now I got to go back to Atlanta and try to support our state representative. Yeah, support state representative on her campaign to run for District 5 of Congressman. So Congresswoman, she's running as Democrat. So y'all saw the last show last Thursday. We had Valencia Stovall. She's running for District 5 for U.S. Congress.
Yeah, well, when I win, I've got to win the Democratic primary, which is April 13th through the 28th. And then May 3rd is the actual primary. Early voting is the 13th. I will be the first Black woman or Black period to DA in Shelby County. So I'm just ready for the victory.
Oh, And you know, May 3rd is a very special day, right? It's my birthday. So you're going to win on our birthday. I declare it in the name of Jesus. Yes, thank you. Yes, sir. So yeah, we get ready for Mr. Cam Mtenzi. Thank you once again for coming on. Coming on. Look forward to talking with you.
Shout out to Cam at Mtenzi Museum, the best person in Memphis.
Yes, yes, yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all heard it here. DJ Grady, we're live, so I can't stop the broadcast. So we're gonna keep going. Thank you, everybody. Oh my goodness, we're gonna pause the mic. I'm gonna look at these comments. Man, these comments so small. Hold on, I don't have a reader, y'all. You know my reader not here. Yes, yes. So thank everybody. The man himself, the man of the hour. Man, this man so impactful. I gotta have 2 interviews with him because we're gonna have him on again, y'all. This man, they should name him. Memphis is his name, Mr. Memphis. This man is so historical. This man is an icon in the city, icon in the community. I wish I can just show you his beautiful facility. Man, it's beautiful. It's got a lot of collectibles, a lot of pictures. Man, he's connected to everybody. I'm looking at James Brown right there. Man, so many entertainers. Is that Denzel Washington over there? That Denzel? Oh wow. See, oh wow. This brother here, Mr. Cam Mtenzi, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta put the claws on. I gotta put a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Mr. Cam Mtenzi. Oh, this brother here, man. I'm gonna tell you something. This brother showed so much love to me. And I'm way down in Atlanta. I'm up in Memphis, Tennessee. Y'all know about Memphis, the home 8 Ball, MJG, Young Dolph, and all them. The home of Stax Records. Y'all saw me earlier today at Stax. Y'all need to come up here and get some of this history. I'm about to give y'all a little history right here, right now, with this young man right here, Mr. Cam Mtenzi. Look, one more round of applause. What's up, my brother?
How you doing, Grady, baby? How you doing, baby?
Doing great, man.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for being in Memphis, man.
Man, no, thank you for having me here.
Yes.
I just have a question because everybody keep asking me, Grady, what is the rise of 300? Yes, sir. And you can tell them about it. I'm gonna ask you some questions about yourself, but please just tell people about the rise of 300.
Yes, the rise of 300 is basically a movement. We collectively, my committee as well as Monarch Mustard Seed came up with a concept back in maybe 7 years ago. It's moving into fruition now as far as the rise of 300. The rise of 300 is let me explain it this way. Monarch Mustard Seed, the Monarch Mustard Seed is the body. That's my mother, my Thelma, and the 9 siblings. I'm the youngest of the 9. They call me Baby Boy 9, Cameron Mtenzi. So the Monarch Mustard Seed is the body. It's just like you have an eagle, like the American symbol is the eagle.
Yeah.
You have the body. Then the eagle has the left wing and it has the right wing. Just like the government has Republican and Democrat. The body is the government, right?
Yeah.
The body of this movement is Monarch Mustard Seed. It has 2 wings. The left wing, let me start. The right wing is the Stone Awards, which we pay a tribute and we honor major leaders, trailblazers, pioneers, artists, philanthropists for the last 27 years. We pay tribute to them. We give them their flower while they're here to motivate them to keep moving forward and keep building. Now, the left wing is accountability. That's the name of the left wing is accountability. That's the rise of 300. The Stone Award, yes, the Stone Awards honor the trailblazers, the right wing, and the left wing is the accountability, which that's the rise of 300. We have throughout the year we do our homework, pull bios. We have a committee that drop names, and we pull names and we do a check, and then we come up with a decision. Out of let's say 300 names, we decided to select 25, like this year. And out of those 25, like you, we check and see your body of work, your commitment to the community. Are you a builder? Meaning, are you a builder for the betterment of all? Are you using your moral compass for the betterment of your community, like like the state of Georgia, Atlanta? So the Rise of 300 is a movement that predicated to placing accountability on those leaders, stating that look, is work still need to be done. You as a, you as a leader, you're doing great things, but the fight and the war is not won yet. So we got to keep fighting, and we got to keep building. So the Rise of 300 is selecting those moral leaders, and I say moral leaders, to unify as one unit. It's like a well-oiled machine. Just imagine, what's your favorite automobile? Make and model. You just tell what is your favorite
Oh,
automobile? Make and
oh,
model.
right now, so Ford F-100.
Okay, well that for what there has a lot of power, definitely a lot of power. Let's just say when you first get when you first get the truck, it's new. All everything works, everything oil properly. It's new. To maintain that, you have to keep everything components, all the gears. But you have to maintenance. The Rise to 300 is like the truck. It's the movement. It's a vehicle that's gonna propel a movement.
Right.
And in the process of that, out of all the members of the Rise 300, we sharpen each other. We keep each other oiled up so we can keep moving forward as a unit. So let's say that you're a great guy. You're doing so much. You're a leader. You're an activist in the city of Atlanta, Georgia. We know because we already did research on you. So just imagine it's you and plus 124 getting to know each other as a unit, propelling, making advanced movement for the betterment of the society. Senator Tate, Senator Tate, the late Senator Tate, great friend of mine. I brought the idea to him years ago. Years ago, this is what I want to do. He said, "Yeah, let's do that." So I need you to work with. I need you to work with the language of the decree. I need to create a decree. And of course, the first thing I did, I submitted my decree to him. He said, "Oh wow, man, you're gonna scare leaders away. We got to really play. We gonna have to really, yeah, so we could get them in, let them understand it, because he's a senator. He know about resolution, proclamation, and decree. And before he died, he he was there for me to create a decree for the leaders. And that decree has all the elements, all the components that would speak to your soul as a leader. So tomorrow, April the 3rd, this is Martin Luther King weekend here in Memphis. You'll be inducted into the Rise of 300. You're one of the 25 members because you're doing great things in the state of Georgia, and we thank you for that. So now you're part of a movement. You're part of a movement, meaning that if there's a doctor, professor, philanthropist that once you get to know them, they'll be a part of your movement. You're a part of their movement. That one connection is the 300, the Rise to 300. So it would allow you to move forward, knowing that you got a full team behind you in your state. Although we may be in Atlanta and a member may be in California or Louisiana, you'll be able to call them to have a conversation when you at your lowest. Because as leaders, it's hard to we can't really convey our thoughts and what we're going through as leaders to anyone. A lot of people can't relate, but another leader can.
Yes.
And so you have a family that you'll be able to call it. Hey man, I tell you what, yeah, we're gonna pray. We're gonna do this prayer. And I'm gonna support you. Or this is the direction you need to go because there's major elders that's much older than we are.
That's right.
You know,
You gotta seek counsel. And it's hard to seek counsel when you're going through. Because a lot of times I had to really just barricade myself in the house and just pray to the Lord because I really didn't have nobody to call. But I understand the methodology of iron sharpen iron. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes iron gets do it, but he need another piece of iron. Hey, that's why I love talking to you, Cam. You always inspire me and put that. This right here just put a big battery in my back, so I can't wait to get back to my community.
That's what it's all about. You better believe people, you put a better in someone in here back on today that you motivated them to see a young man like you. You have no idea who you inspired in here. You know, if you inspire me, you here. You know, I'm seeing how you move. I feel your drive. I feel your spirit. I know the direction you're going. My hats off to you, man. I appreciate you for being a great leader.
Thank you, man. Hey, I wouldn't be nothing without my team. My brother DJ Teddy Bear, La La News. Yes, sir. So we man, I've just been blessed. My team, my Grady Baby Radio team, Be the Light, G Clark, Shamika, Tisa Beatty, Wanda D Hollis, Dara Thomas, and just a whole. Oh my goodness, got a lot of everybody who had their hands. Southwest Charlotte, Katrina, everybody, man. It's just an honor and pleasure to be recognized.
You're highly favored. Yes, it's just the beginning for you. Again, like I say, on tomorrow, once you take the players, they induct you. The other 100 members, official member, agreed. They agreed. You know, like we agreed that you are a Rise to 300 member on tomorrow. You take your pledge, man. You're gonna have a fighting machine behind you.
Oh man,
nothing but leaders.
You know what?
But nothing but leaders though. That's the thing. We talking about leaders that understand your call, understand your calling, understand your plight, understand your feelings. Probably already been there before. They can counsel you. It's amazing. Man. I'm excited, man.
And there's no other feeling knowing that you have help. Somebody that you can call on. Because, man, I'm going to tell you, who can, when everybody is that person who everybody call for help, and you can't turn to nobody, that's a feeling. You look back and there's nobody behind you. Now, I have 300 to look at.
Yeah, well, we have 100 on tomorrow. It'll be 25. It'll be 125. Every year we'll be inducted 25 new warrior leaders across the nation, not just in Memphis. Like on tonight, we had leaders from California, Little Rock, Nashville. Oh my God, man! Arizona. Thank you. We had probably different. We had about 7 or 8 leaders from different states that flew in or drove in to be a part of the Rise 300. So yeah, man, it's about nation building. You know what I mean by that? It's about nation building. And Rise 300 goal is to at least start the conversation of it. You know, and using a resource. We have doctors and professors that's a part of Rise. We have an attorney that's running for a DA that's a great great leader and attorney in the city of Memphis. And please, if local Memphians, vote for Linda Harris.
Please do, local Memphians. Yes. I have one more question to ask you about the Stone Awards, because after this, there's October the 9th, correct?
October the 8th.
October the 8th.
Yes.
And can you explain to people about the Stone Awards? And
the Stone, right. The Stone Awards is the right wing. The Stone this year is the 27th annual Stone Awards. Again, it's all about galvanizing leaders together in one venue and sending messages to them. Even at the war show, entertainment can be entertainment. Even within the entertainment, it's a message. Even in the entertainment, because it's all about sending a message to the leaders. Because let's just say you may have 10, 20,000 followers, right? Years ago, Grady Baby, with the Stone Awards, we wanted the seats to be filled with leaders as well as spectators, supporters, ticket buyers. But now we're on this mission that we want leaders in the seat more so than anything. We want, if we got a seating capacity of 500, you better believe, Grady, that we're trying to get 500 leaders in those seats, because it's not just an award show, it's a mission. So I can't wait to one day that we're going to have 500 leaders around the world that'll come to the award show, and we send them their message in a way to motivate them and place accountability on them. Not telling them or scolding them or critiquing them, or just sending the message that, look, this is what we are, this reality where we are leaders, It was art. Like I'm an artist, so art reflects life, reality. As an artist, I know that I'm a painter and a performer. A leader, a leader job is to know the, the the time that we are living in, and if that in the time that we're living in, and have and in that time may have disparity, right? A leader has to identify that disparity that's happening in this reality we living in, and need to attack that. Like I can take on a lot of topics and subjects that we dealing with as Americans right now in the city in this country USA that you know and I know that we need to deal with. I mean, from voter fraud. Let's talk voter fraud that they're trying to. I don't want to get too political on your site, but there's a lot of issues that's going on that leaders, so-called leaders, allow it to happen. That's affecting the ordinary blue collar, white collar, hard-working individuals. There's a lot of leaders allowing different laws to be passed or overlooking it. It is causing a trickle down effect that causing a big rabbit hole within the citizen. And the citizen is really hurting the worst, you know. As a leader, that's what the Stonewood does. Get them in there, award them, the great leaders that are doing great things, and send a message that, all right, we're gonna have to move forward. We're gonna have to make better decisions as you as a leader. You're gonna have to make better decisions in what you do. I always go inner. I'm always criticizing myself how I could have done it better, how I could have made my city of Memphis better.
Yeah.
You know, I always go within before anything. You know, and yeah. The Stone Awards, October the 8th, the 27th annual Stone Awards, man, and it's gonna be a great time, and definitely gonna have you back, right? Because that's when you're gonna really get the celebration of it all on it as a member.
Yes, I'm so happy. Just want to say thank you once again
Oh, thank you,
for the
man.
opportunity. Thank you to your team for selecting me. I wasn't even aware. I got the email. I felt like I was going into the Hall of Fame.
Hey,
I said,
you know what? It is. It's like that. What you just said. I'm sorry to cut you off, but what you just said, it's like that because it's the Hall of Fame of real true leaders. The Hall of Fame can induct anyone, right? Because of their status or what they've done over the years. I get that. But you're a true leader that's in the trenches, man. That's the respect I have for you. You are in the trenches. You to me, your status is much greater than someone that's was in the Hall of Fame. I don't care what type of artist or whatever. You know, I mean, I'm not knocking it, but my respect for you is much greater than I have respect for someone just getting an award or getting inducted, you know, because of status or a song they wrote or whatever. I'm not into that. I'm all about rebuilding a stronger foundation, and you doing that, my brother. So yes, you are part of this, this Hall of Fame.
thank you, my brother. Man, thank you, my brother. That's why I tell everybody you gotta do what you gotta do so you can do what you want to do. Be the best at what you do. And you know our mantra we always say each one reach one, each one teach one. Because like I said, you never know who's watching you. I didn't know Mr. Cam and his team was watching what I was
In
doing.
Memphis, Tennessee, watching you in Memphis, Tennessee. Let me say this: Atlanta, Georgia, support this brother and his team that make a major move. You guys have to support realness. This brother is real. He's in the trenches. I need everyone to start supporting this brother. Start now. Accountability. I'll place accountability on you guys right now. Support Grady Baby and his team, okay? God bless.
You know what? I'm gonna let them close it out right now. Yeah, that's the word, y'all. Love you guys. Each one reach one, each one two one. We love you guys. We out here. Peace.